Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Chris Kylie and in this video I'm going to rate and review every DLC from the Planet Zoo game. The sun is shining at the summer finally and it is really hot, but it will not stop me from recording this video. I have worked for such a long time on this video and I'm actually excited to show it to you. I wanted to do like a rating slash review video about every DLC we have now in Planet Zoo. We have a lot. I will not just do it like regular. I also have created a whole park with 16 habitats and I create only of course the habitats with the kind of DLC I'm going to rate. Also just to show you what you have in this pack, what you can get. Of course, don't get hard feelings, it's just a rating, my personal opinion. I am for sure a builder in Planet Zoo. I built way more than I actually played the game. I have many hours of creating. I just want to share my hype and love for this game. It's going to be a little bit a longer video, but we have to go through some DLCs. If you are new to Planet Zoo and you don't know what to buy or what to get, it can be maybe a little bit overwhelming with everything we have so far. I hope to give you also a good overview what you can expect. Just give you a little bit of a feeling what it can be. Feel free to share your opinion, comments down below, and here we go. I made some rules for myself before I was going to make this park. What I say before, I want to make an area of habitat from every DLC I have, but in some cases we don't have a lot of new objects, for example with the animal packs. Then I was only allowed to use the base game stuff. I had such a pleasure to work a lot with the base game actually. But for here in the start I also made like a little center point where the people came in. Just a nice square replaced with some nice building and decoration to give you a good idea of what you only can do with the base game already. For example, just start with Planet Zoo of course and you don't know what to buy. You can already have so much fun with the base game and make so many different kind of areas, and you can always extend your DLCs later, and maybe this video helps you a little bit to get a clear view what everything is, and you can add some more stuff to your library. I must say I have 2 packs. I don't have to tell you in the video which 2 it is and explain a little bit. It's not really interesting though, but yeah. Not every pack is for everyone, of course. I have to put the base game in tier amazing. What I say, so much stuff already that you can have fun for hours, you can create for hours, and that is what I like. So, bloop. And then we're going to start with a little walking tour, arriving with the first DLC, Artic Pack. Like more the snowy area, a lot of more snow. We got some new building objects as well, more Norwegian-like-ish Viking kind of style, what I really enjoy. It was fun to making this habitat. It's also really cozy. We got some more like cute little lights as well to make your first Christmas tree and stuff. I'd always try to make something from my own, but also have maybe placed here and there some already pre-made buildings just to fill in the area so you get a good vibe what the DLC is all about. This is the list with the animals. And here I show you a little bit all the objects we are getting with this DLC. There is quite some building stuff, also really icy like panels and more wood. Broken ship parts to snow walls, but I think you can make such a cool stuff with it, like an ice castle for example. We don't have anything with new nature, so I say I use the base game stuff. A little short in nighttime because I thought it was really cozy and fun. I placed this DLC, the Artic Pack, in cool. It was cool to have some new stuff that you can add, right? You can make new areas with this. You have like a little bit more snow ability. It was a cool added to the game. So let's move on to the second DLC, South American Pack. I must already say, this is one of my favorite packs ever. I have used these building bricks like a lot and so much. South American Pack is such a more jungle-ish kind of pack. You have way more nature feeling, like a nice kind of temple part, like loose bricks, a little bit destroy bricks, half open walls and kind of stuff. Nice area for to make a little jungle. We place here the llamas. This is like the whole list with all the animals you will get from this DLC. The list from all the objects that we are getting. I used it like a pre-made temple, but I refined it a little bit and make my own little part so it feels like a way bigger area. And you get also like this more bamboo-ish kind of style that you can use. I just try to combine them. I think it looks really cozy and fun. Not too much. I think it is a good impression from what you can get from this DLC. But I say I have used a lot of these items in my parks and still using them. I always go back to them because you can easily color them. They are great to use. I am such a builder, so how more objects we can get, how better it feels to have this pack in your library. This is going to easily in the amazing list. And we moving on to the Australia pack. Also such a cool one. This pack surprised me because it was also with a lot of building stuff. A lot of items. It was more desert kind of ish like, but also this metal kind of looking boxes we are getting. I think it is such an interesting style to use in your park. Not always a daily style for me at least. But the times when I was using it, you had like a lot of choice, a lot of objects that you can use. You create a total 5 with this. For me, it is a complete pack. Here a list with all the animals that get added with the Australian pack. And here, of course, the list with all the objects, the other building objects and parts. I think it is going really well with the more heat areas, but you can also make a more industrial or this like roofing. It's more like a sea weave. What I really enjoy, we also use it like last time in a new park. I think it is such a good pack to have, and even a little bit more nature. Planet Zoo Australia pack in the tier Super. Because it is just a unique style that you can use in your park. It has specific themes. It's not amazing for me because it's more connected with certain areas, and I will not feel the use to use them everywhere. But beside that, it is a super pack to have, and it is a good addition. And we moving on with the tour to the park. Are heading to the DLC of the Aquatic Pack. Aquatic Pack is more a pack that is about sea animals, the more cold side again. I really like how they at the start have different kind of themes going on. They're like always the opposite. It was also a fun pack to work with. I really enjoyed the stones that we are getting with this pack, because you were able to color the stone to match more the area, or maybe you go for a more magical vibe. You can easily color them. It is really fun and easy to use. And what I also really like was the little waterfalls we are getting. These are waterfall blocks. So you don't have to trouble with yourself to make the waterfalls, but sometimes it can be a bit limited. But it was a really nice addition to add. We hadn't had something like that. For the building experience, it was really fun to try out what you can do with these little waterfalls. Here a little list with all the animals that we are getting. And here a list, of course, with all the building objects and the nature. I rate this one is for me cool. It's in a cool list. I really enjoy what we were getting here. I put it at top of cool because what I say, I really enjoy the stones and the water that we are getting, because I have used them a lot for building. And there were something new, so that is pretty nice to have in your game. But overall, it was just a fine pack to have. Then the next one is going to be the Southeast Asia Animal Pack. It is a long term, it is an animal pack. So in this case, I had only to use the base game stuff, going for a little bit of a theme of like a battle area kind of ish, maybe / temple ID, where we place the sun bears. Must say, if you love animals, this pack is definitely something for you, because an animal pack means you get way more animals than the other DLCs we have so far. You're not getting new objects or signs that were new, but that's it. Still enjoy making this little habitat. It feels also a little bit way back in time when you only had the base game to play with. This is the list with all the animals we are getting added to this DLC. I also show here kind of objects that we are getting or not getting actually. Then you have like a good view of what this DLC is meaning. I rated this DLC in the okay tier, like what I say, it isn't good to have, or if you love animals, it is something for you. For me, it is fine to have, but it's not something I always get really excited about. The next DLC we are getting is the Africa Pack. Africa is such a fun pack to have. Of course, with the base game you have already some cool desert-ish kind of stuff, but with this pack you add like way more. This is such a builder pack too. Big kind of items, but also really small kind of items, so you can decorate as good as you want. I have created like a little village ID in Sahara. Use some pretty colors to make something beautiful out of it. I create a lot of myself, but also just use some pre-made buildings to give you a good idea what they do with this pack, what you can do with this pack. You get like a more like the mud kind of style-ish in my opinion. Also some funny forms to use, also these really cool pillars. What I really love about this, you can color everything yourself, so you are really able to create something you like. Here a list with all the animals that were added. And of course, this is the list with all the objects. And even the nature. The Africa Pack I rated in the super tier, in the S tier. Expand and explore your desert kind of zoos. Such a fun thing to use. Even make, for example, a big cathedral with only like this like tile forms to cover the whole ceiling. Maybe this is also a good pack for trying a lot of color. That is at least what was working for me. Okay, now we are going to one of the packs I don't have. That is the North American Animal Pack. For some reason I was never interested in this pack because it was just animals. If you like animals, I think it is a great addition because you get like a whole list with new animals that's added, and it seems like they also have like different kind of biomes where they're living in. But for me it was editing like not anything extra. I had to show the animals like in this way because I don't have the DLC, so I can also not look them up in my Zoopedia page in the game. So I was just going to the internet and searching this for you. I can at least show the items that we are getting, but that is not much. This one is going in the no interest tier because there is no interest in this one for me. Then we will walk further from the Africa Pack to the Europe Pack. This is definitely one of my fave, not because I am self from Europe, but you get so much building stuff, so many different kind of stuff to use, and you can make actually like countries or different kind of places, what I really like. So it is super cool to have. Even like these little scratches in the wall or lightning, decoration. You can make such a cozy environment. Here as well I created some buildings for my own, but also a place, for example, this clock tower. The reindeers can walk here with the humans. In this case I was happy I get rid of the guests because there were too many guests in this area, so now at least I can give you a good clear view. Don't get me wrong, of course I use here base game stuff as well, because not every wall is only from Europe Pack, but a lot what you see here is the most of Europe Pack. And I think I was able to allow to use base game because you need the base game for any other DLC. So this is what you will have as well if you only buy the base game with Europe Pack. As well, some cute little lightning and snowy area. It was super cozy. I had so much fun creating this little area. Little night shot for you so you can have a fun view how it will look with nighttime is arriving. Of course, the list with all the animals, they were added with the Europe Pack. And the whole list with the building items that you get. I don't think it will be a surprise, but for me this is an amazing DLC. I just love this cultural kind of pack stuff that we are getting. Then we're moving out of this habitat and we have to walk a little bit, but I will skip that. And then we are arriving to the Wetlands DLC. Wetlands is also like an animal pack, so you got added a lot of animals to use and extend your zoos bit. I enjoy the animals we were getting. They were like a lot of variation. Animals are all have a theme with the water. So I think that is a fun thing, because that means if you get this DLC, you are trying to do some more with low kind of water and not always going to really deep, but you can also make a little flat water and maybe place some cute stuff here and there. So I think it is a great opportunity to create different kind of habitats. The animals you will get. First, the list with no new building stuff, only some signs, little pictures from the animals. I put this one in the okay tier. Not amazing, it is just extending and maybe cool to challenge yourself to make other habitats with this kind of environment. The next DLC we are going to is the Conservation Pack. This pack is, in my meaning, more themed with the facilities what we can do in the Planet Zoo game. I think it was such a neat thing what we needed actually. Of course, you were able to create a lot already with all the stuff we were having. Just having a little bit more of a DLC that is more concentrated on the facilities and the buildings that you can place, so you can really decorate them a little bit nicer. Just give me a more of a feeling that the park is living. For example, make a little garden when they grow their own plants, for example. I don't get a feeling they were really on the animals with this one. More for the building, for sure. It is a bit more modern-ish / wood. You can add your water pipes, some extra wood details. This is the detail pack. Here's the list with all the animals that are added. And of course the list with all objects that we are getting. I was happy that I got it. Already going to say, like, it is not amazing tier for me, but just like super tier. It isn't super to have this DLC because you were able to give your park a more of a living ID, that there's much more happening, that the workers are catching the vegetables or bringing the food or somewhere, really cozy looking. I think the horses has a great area where they can live. The people can watch them from different kind of places and have a little picnic near. Okay, now we're hopping a little bit out of this zoo and going to a diorama. I have created this earlier and I really want to show it again because it was giving me a good example what the Twilight DLC is. More medieval kind of time / castle or church or monastery can it be. I have made from this like a video how I was making this, so if you are curious, go watch the video. I try to explain just really easily how we have created this whole diorama. In this case, I try to use as most what I can with the Twilight Pack. Twilight is such a magical, more kind of theme what I enjoy. It is really fun to bring that to your park or make environments with it. This is more to show you what the Twilight building stuff is. For me, I had so much fun. You get so many new objects, new details. It's amazing to have and create with. Try to show everything a little bit quickly, otherwise the video will be too long, of course. But just showing this little diorama give you a good idea what the Twilight Pack is. Here, of course, the list with the animals that were added. I believe Twilight also added for the first time bats and a little bit of a bigger exhibit to use. People can walk to a bigger exhibit and see the bats flying. And later you will get the butterflies, of course, but this was like the first step for them to do something else with the exhibits. I rate this pack as amazing tier. A team kind of pack what I really enjoy. Like a building dream pack. Next one, we are back in our zoo and this is going to be the Grassland animal pack. Is another animal pack. I think they did a great job with making as well building packs as well animal packs, so get everyone happy. They were cute, they were fine. I think the most interesting from the Grassland pack for me was like the butterflies. This is what I think about Grassland pack. It is more nature-like instead of a habitat ID. So that is what I was going for. I want to show you here, guys, what the butterfly exhibit can look like. This is in a park we are currently working on the streams. Feel free to stop by if you want to see how we can create together and do stuff. But this is like where I used the first time the bigger exhibit and placed the butterflies in it. I had so much fun as well to create this. The Grassland is an animal pack, so you don't get any objects with it. So in this case, in my park, you will see different kind of packs combined with each other. I cannot tell you exactly which kind of packs I have used here. People can walk in. So I think it is a really looking modern with fresh and clean kind of area. What I really enjoy making, and I just want to share with you. Here the list with all the animals we are getting. And the list with the no objects. I rated the Grassland Animal Pack as cool. More fun with the butterflies we were getting because it was challenging me to make this habitat and area. It was a cool thing to try and to have, and I have a good experience with more maybe than the other animal packs I had. We are arriving to the tropical pack. I'm going to show this little area. I was just in a mood for making a little building instead of a whole habitat again. So I was like making a mid section where people can chill and do their thing. The first port that you see is like a pre-made building from the game itself, but it gives you such a good example how detailed you can work and what you can do. So I thought like, okay, I have to place it to at least to give an example what you can do. Props to the maker of this one. You arrive like a little temple. New walls, new decoration, new roofings, also some new nature kind of stuff. More like an overgrown place, what I always love. I love that nature will take over the areas, for example. Another time we were making our jungle park and I was almost done with finishing this jungle park we called the tropical park. So I had to make one more area, a whole area just dedicated to the tropical pack. Using all the new stuff, all the new items, and I must say it was super fun. I really loved everything that we were getting, flower kind of details, but also the stone parts that you can make your own bridge. Just love all the little swirls, and it gives so much more dimension and detail already, and it's not really hard to use. So I think that is such a good opportunity. Of course, the whole list with all the animals you were getting. Here the whole list with all the new objects and stuff you can create with. The tropical pack is cool. It is cool to have jungle, tropical kind of details. It's not maybe for every area usable, right? It's more bit specific, connected to one surfing environment. So that is why I placed in the cool one. We're almost coming to the end, but we still have a few to go. The next DLC is the Arid Animal Pack. The animals are more like with the desert, so we don't have any specific new objects to build with. So I have created this little area with the base game. Just some little cute house where you can walk in and out, and the animals sleeping there and chilling. What I enjoyed was you can really combine a lot of these animals in one habitat, so that is fun to use. You can get one DLC, but you can use like 4 animals already in the same habitat, what I really enjoy. I bought the Arid Animal Pack because at that time we're busy with a desert zoo. Here a list with all the animals they were at with this DLC. Here an example what you will get with the objects or nature. Not much sadly, but it is making sense for an animal pack. I rate this one in the okay tier. It is okay to have. If you are making a desert zoo, it is really fun because you get a lot of animals to choose that will grow in your park. Can be bigger and cooler with them. In the OK, thumbs up if you like it. And now we are arriving the last habitat from this zoo park, but we have still one to go. This is the Oceania Pack, more related to New Zealand-ish and the coast kind of areas from Australia, if I'm right. I really do like the nature kind of stuff that you are getting with this pack. You get one more style added that is cool to have. I really enjoyed like the black stone we were adding. And they also added like lava rocks. You are also able to color your water, so maybe you can play with that a little. So I was trying to make a little volcano rock with some smoke in there and then using some lava rock. So I think I had much more fun with the nature kind of placing than the building. I also used some pre-made buildings, broken ship parts you will see in the little house. But everything else we have created by ourselves. But yeah, I think the environment is something else. I haven't made this something with the dark kind of stone. Normally I go for a safe option and use a stone that will actually fit the area. But I must say this dark stone and then with all the ground terraining spraying tool and the colors we have used, I think it's really looking cool. And list again with all the animals they were added with the Oceania pack. And here enlist what we get with all the objects that were added. I rated this one in the cool tier. It's cool to have, you get like more building stuff, what I say. Recently I just tried to build other stuff with these walls. That is cool. I had fun with this lava kind of stone and all the black stones we were having. I think it is such a funny little extra thing that you can add to your park. Maybe they will also give us another option to do something more with your water than just color. That it actually can be lava or something. It is cool to have something new that excited for and challenge yourself a little bit to work with that kind of stone. Then here we have the Eurasia animal pack. This is like the second DLC I don't have because it has not my interest. So I don't think I need more other animals and I didn't see there were like objects added, so I just skipped this one. I think can be a cool addition for a different kind of environment animals, what I have noticed so far from this pack. Of course, I cannot really judge because I don't have it. I think that says already enough because I don't want to buy it. The few items you will get with this pack. So you can already guess this one go in the lowest tier, the no interest tier. And that's it. And now I have not created something in this park, but again in the park we are currently working on the streams. But when we're starting with this park, we got the Barnyard pack. I believe this is a Barnyard animal pack if I'm correct. But I must say I'm really impressed by this pack. People who know me, sheep are my favorite animals, and we finally got the sheep I really love. So I was super hyped when we got this one. I was of course making a biggest sheep habitat what I can think of. I had so much fun with creating a barn for the sheep. Also a little bit idea that the workers are working here. It feels like a more realistic kind of building and the sheep are just walking around, having fun on the land and fields, eating some grass, chilling and making sheep sounds, and I love them. They are the cutest. What is not a bad idea to open your park with some sheep? So that is exactly what I did. And that is also why I rate this pack really high. They just added my favorite animal of all time. So I cannot rate this pack low. You're also able to making a petting zoo, for example. You also get some more objects, although it is more decoration wise, but I think that is exactly what we need for a barnyard. Here, of course, a list with all the animals that were added. And here, indeed, the little list with some items they have added to the barnyard. Again, like another way of exploring and challenge to make something I have never done. And I think I have the most fun with those kind of stuff. So, amazing. Yay! So that was the whole rating list with a little bit of a review and overview to show you what the pack can be and what you can do with it. I hope you all enjoy it. Let me know what you think and which pack you will rate higher and which pack you will rate lower, or what is your opinion. I always like to share my thoughts, but also love to hear what you guys think of it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all in the next video. If you want to stop by the streams for Planet Zoo, I try to stream every Thursdays on Planet Zoo. I hope to see you all there and have a good summer. And thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, guys. Bye bye.